if you spend any time at all scrolling through, the rewards section of your app store, you know the promise.
Oh, yeah.
Quick earnings, minimal effort. You watch an ad, you do a simple task, you hit some kind of milestone, and in theory, cash appears.
Supposedly.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into one specific app that's generated a huge amount of buzz and an equally huge amount of skepticism. It's called PowerCash.
And our mission here is to really go beyond the hype. We're going to analyze the source material, user reviews, the app's history, to figure out if PowerCash is a legitimate way for you to make some extra income, or if it's just another well-disguised trap to get your attention and your data.
Okay, let's unpack this immediately. The pitch sounds great. Earn real rewards just for engaging. But what's the very first, major warning sign that the research points to?
Well, the most immediate and, frankly, the most devastating red flag is the removal of one specific version.
Which one?
The one called PowerCash, Earn Real Money. It was explicitly delisted, just scrubbed from the Google Play Store. Yeah, and when an app that promises direct cash payouts loses its platform validation like that, it instantly raises serious questions about its trustworthiness.
And the user reports seem to back that up, right?
Yeah.
That the app is, I guess, structurally unsound, especially when it comes to that real money promise.
Exactly. We aren't talking about minor glitches here.
No.
We're talking about a systemic failure in the payout system. The user complaints, it's just a whole list of them, and they're all focused on one thing.
The withdrawals.
The withdrawal mechanism. Users report either having a really hard time or just it completely failing. They can't get their payouts, even after hitting the required points.
And the earning rate itself sounds, well, unrealistically slow.
Agonizingly slow. We found one testimonial, for example, where someone noted spending over 40 hours inside the app.
40 hours. For how much?
To accumulate the equivalent of about $1.
40 hours for $1. That is a phenomenal amount of time just to be watching ads and doing these little tasks.
It is. And what's fascinating here is the distinction between what you earn inside the app and what you actually receive in the real world.
Right.
Exactly. This is the critical breakdown point. Users are racking up points, game currency, things the developer controls and can issue for free.
But getting real cash, like to a PayPal account or a gift card, that's where the wall goes up.
That's the barrier. The app provides no solid, trustworthy, or, independently verifiable proof of consistent cash withdrawals. It works perfectly as a game.
But not as a financial tool.
It fails completely as a financial tool.
So if the users aren't getting paid, or they're getting paid fractions of a penny for hours of their time, we have to ask the big question. How does an app like PowerCash even sustain itself?
Where's the profit, right?
Yeah, where's the real money being made if it's not for the user?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we land squarely in the world of ad arbitrage. The app's success isn't measured by how much it pays out to users.
It's measured by ad views.
It's measured by maximizing ad impressions. They are effectively buying your time, your ad viewing time, at an incredibly cheap rate using their internal points.
And then selling that attention to advertisers for a much, much higher rate.
A much higher rate. The equation is simple. The revenue the developers make from an hour of your ad views might be, say, 5 cents, but they're promising you dollars.
So that huge gap between what they make and what they promise is where they profit.
That massive financial gap is the profit engine. And this also explains the data sync idea you mentioned at the start. While you're focused on those points, the app is quietly collecting usage patterns, demographic data,
which is another thing they can sell or leverage.
A secondary form of monetization.
So it's looking less and less like a path to supplemental income and more like a very clever way to sell off your time. It's a game, sure, but the source material is super clear.
Unequivocal.
It is not a trustworthy or reliable way to make any actual meaningful cash.
And that brings us to the final piece of advice we pulled directly from the research. If you do decide to try PowerCash or, similar apps, you have to go in with extremely low expectations, treat it like a gamble, a bit of entertainment.
Not a paycheck.
Absolutely not a paycheck.
So that leaves you with a critical thought to mull over. If the real goal of this app is just to secure your valuable ad viewing time and the return is so low, how much is your personal attention truly worth? Can an app really be free if it consumes that much of your most valuable, unrecoverable resource to your time?